Here's a video on how to replace a burned out mini light. It can be done on pre-lit trees, pre-lit wreaths, or just a regular strand of lights. This is important because each mini light strand, whether it's on a wreath or a tree, it has sections of 50 lights. And with that 50 lights, there's a certain amount of power going to each bulb. In this case, I'm using 2.5 volt bulbs because that's what this strand requires on this wreath that I'm repairing. And so like here, I have a bulb burned out. That means that all the lights in this 50 set around here, this 50 section, are getting a little bit more than 2.5 volts because when this bulb goes out, that power has to go somewhere. So it goes to the other light bulbs around it in that section. So every bulb in that section, so 49 other bulbs are getting a little bit more than they should. And as more bulbs go out, because if you're sending too much power to a light bulb, it's going to burn out quicker. So over time, more bulbs are going to go out faster, the more bulbs go out. So it's really important to replace them as you see them go out, because it'll make the other lights around it last longer. So every year I check pre-lit trees that I have, and then this wreath, which is a pretty big wreath. It has 200 lights, so there's 4 sets of 50, and then there are 2 sets of 100, but each set has 2 sections of 50 within it. So I'm going to show you how to replace this. It's very simple, very quick, very easy, but yet nobody seems to do it. So yeah, this bag came originally with 200 light bulbs, and I think it costs around $10, which is totally worth it when you're repairing something like a pre-lit wreath or tree. As far as a regular light strand goes of 100 lights, I mean, I would probably still do it because I have these on hand, and it'll make what I have last longer. But what I would probably do if I didn't have these is, if I notice that a bunch of bulbs are going out on a strand, I would go buy a new one of that same brand. And then when bulbs start to go out on that, I can take the bulbs, the old bulbs from the old strand that were still working, and use them as replacements for that other strand. It's a cheaper way to make them last longer. So how you do this is you're going to just pull. I put my fingernail under where it separates here, and you're just going to pull, put a hand on the base and a hand on this plastic part. You don't just want to pull the bulb, it'll break. So just, I have to set the camera down, but you're just going to pull it. Okay, so it's out. There's these 2 little wires, and if you pull just on the glass, focus. There you go. See, there's a wire there and a wire there. If you pull just on the glass, it's going to break those wires, and you won't be able to get it out as easily. So it's going to look like that. And you'll notice the light bulbs around the area, it's about 1/4 of this wreath. Because like I said, there's 2 sets of 100 on here, and each set of 100 is broken up into 50s. So this whole section was receiving too much power because this bulb was out. There might be other bulbs burned out too, I have to look. So there's that. Very easy to pull it out. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pull out a replacement bulb, and you'll notice these don't have the little green thing. So what you want to do, let's see if I can set this. You want to pull these. At this point, you can just hold on to the plastic green thing and pull this out, because this is an old bulb. You're not going to be able to use it, so it'll come out like this. You just pull it out, and it'll come out like that. For the new bulb, you want to put these 2 little feet, legs, or whatever. You want to make sure they're straight. Hold on. Okay. Make sure these are straight, because they have to go through these 2 little holes in the bottom. So just align them up and put them through the 2 holes. Pay attention that they're not both going through the same one, because it'll short out if they're touching. Okay, so once you have the 2 wires go through the 2 holes like that, you're just going to bend them like the old one was to the side. So it will touch the contacts inside the socket. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your strand of lights. I have to find the, here it is. So I'm just going to put this in, and then just press it down, see if I can do it with one hand. This is annoying. So, okay, I can't. There we go. Okay, I heard it click into place. They won't always click, but press down, and the new bulb is working. So, if you don't know the voltage of what lights you need, it'll often tell you on the plug of the light strand. There's usually a little white tag. This is the most common, but sometimes they're 3.5, or if you have like a small little strand, it's going to be a special voltage bulb. But most of the time for the regular 150 light sets, 150 I think, most of the time it's just going to be 2.5. But there are occasions where it's different. So yeah, that's basically how you change out mini light, and you want to just do this until you have no more burned out bulbs. And I just check them every year. If one of the sections looks really bright, like the bulbs look really bright to you, that means you have a lot of bulbs burned out, and you need to go check that ASAP. Because if you let that run for like an hour or so, in some cases that's enough time to just burn out all the bulbs, and then you have to replace all of the bulbs in this section, which takes a long time, and it's tedious and it's annoying. I had 3 sections go out on this when I was younger because I didn't know that I had to replace the bulbs. So I had to go through and replace 150 light bulbs. It took forever. I did it over the course of the summer, so I got it all working. But that was a couple years ago now, and I've just kept up on replacing the bulbs, and it's working fine. Thanks for watching.